Does that make sense? Does that sound good? Does that sound fair? Would that help? Four different types of questions.
That's nice, man. That's super helpful. I mean, that's a reel right there and YouTube video, and this is stuff you don't really see anywhere. I mean, basically use the line you said. Yeah, I mean, can I make a request? Like now that we already connected, uh, can I send you an email so that that way you can already see who's even calling you and like what is this about, right? And this is then it's not like a completely cold conversation. I'm not sure if I should say this. Like then it's not a cold conversation. Yeah, that way we get to know each other a bit, and you can take an actual informed decision from there, right? And we can take it accordingly from there. Uh, how does that sound?
Does that sound good? Would
Does
that
that
help?
would that help?
So, okay, so when you use would that help? This question is used when you are taking charge. So
Mm.
you are making a decision for them, right? Instead of asking the permission. So you are making a decision for them. Hey, okay, let me do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then ending at the end question is, would that help if I did that for you, right? Versus when do you use, does that sound fair? Is when you may put forward a deal. Like, okay, so you are looking for something like this. I think what we have might be of help to you. So how about this? We go on a call. You share your perspective, I show mine, and then we can make an informed decision mutual. So there's mutual involvement in the deal making process. Does that sound fair? Now, when do you use sounds good or does that sound good? It's more when uh, you are like, okay, let me give you clarity about this. Okay, so this is how it works. You don't have to do this. Like I give you entire understanding, give you clarity. Does that sound good? Like I'm giving this clarity to you for you to decide and move to the next step. That's when I use, does that sound good?
Mm.
I can make it ask to the next close. Uh, when do I use? Does it make sense? It's when I want them to open up more and get past through this topic now. So I will, if they're like, I mean, like, I don't know, you guys. I mean, yeah, sure. We don't want you to push into something else, right? So first what we'll do is this, and that, and then and only then we'll talk about further steps. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, cool. So anyways, like, how are you doing it right now? So we are trying to get through that step, skip that step while taking like a, you know what? Okay, we'll touch that later on. So give them an overview, and that's when you use, does that make sense? So does that make sense? Does that sound good? Does that sound fair? Would that help? Four different types of questions.
That's nice, man.
Yeah.
That's super helpful. I mean, that's a reel right there and YouTube video, and I mean, this is stuff you don't really see anywhere. I mean, when have you seen that on YouTube? I have not.
I don't know. I don't know. I have
Right?
never seen that. It's just analysis from what I
Did you
use.
just have you been like fully conscious of this like before you said it now, or did you just like actually became conscious of it as you spoke about it?
Right. This is the first time I actually thought about it this way, that when exactly this makes sense. So there's these four types of questions I use. Uh, so this is how you can look at it.
That's amazing, bro. Like we are getting closer to like actually structuring the whole thing, right? This is exactly what is needed for that.
Yeah.
Because otherwise people will mix up. Like I did this as well, right? Like when to say this, when to say that. Now it's like, okay, that actually makes sense. It does make sense. Yeah, very good.
Right. So, I mean, these four questions really would build up your authority, like
Mhm.
how to use, what to use. And yeah, that's why I actually want to have these training sessions more and more with everyone so that your point of view can trigger a new angle in my mind. That way I can bring out the structure about how I look at it.
Yeah.